What is up, you guys? My name is Nick. For those of you that don't know me, I create videos on self-improvement, motivation, inspiration, how to make money online, basically things that I have experience in. And I think that these things that I create videos about will really help you improve your life. So today we're going to talk about a phrase. I call it the weed phrase, going with the flow. I call it the weed phrase because I used to have a friend and colleagues that lived based on this model. And yeah, they smoked a lot of weed. They were living day-to-day lives. They didn't have any plan about the future and they didn't know what they were doing. They were basically just living. These people didn't have any health-related issues. They were smoking for entertainment purposes only. And I didn't create this video because of them. I created this video because I was living according to the motto, go with the flow. I used to have no plan whatsoever. According to Google, going with the flow means to accept a situation rather than trying to alter it or control. So let's take an example. You have a baby and the baby is going with the flow and you are going with the flow. And the baby is very hungry and you're going with the flow and you accept the situation. So you don't feed the baby. Guess what happens to the baby? We all know what's gonna happen. And this is an extreme situation. But going with the flow basically means to accept the situation. And I cannot accept that. I truly believe that no one is perfect. I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, no one is perfect. And I also happen to believe that we need to work for the things you want to attain. We need to have a plan, a written plan. Some things you want to attain through the day, and maybe some things you want to attain in 3 to 5 years from now. Because as we said in the previous video, if you don't know where you're going, you will get there. Because if you go with the flow and you accept the situation as it is now, you basically don't know where you're going. We come in this world clean. We don't have any knowledge. We don't have any talents. Yeah, there are some wonder kid babies we can find on Google and online that know how to paint when they're 2 years, 3 years old, but most of us come clean. We're like sponges. Imagine like your brain is a sponge. You put water on it and the water is all the experiences and all the information you get. And based on the experiences and knowledge, you create yourself as a person. If you like videos like this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. This way you're going to help me spread videos like this even more, so more people can see them. Thank you so much for doing that, and let's continue. And this is why no one is perfect. We basically grow into human beings and we will experience some situations, whether we like it or not, that will carve us into an imperfect human beings, because we cannot control everything. Maybe our parents had a divorce, right? Maybe they used to fight a lot when you were a kid. And these things, even if you don't want them, they kind of stay in your mind. Your mind perceives everything. And these situations may cause you trouble later on in life. And you may have to clean those situations. It doesn't matter. The point is that we are not perfect human beings. Each and every one of us is imperfect human being. And I think that's wonderful. We need to accept ourselves as imperfect human beings. But the point is that if you're imperfect and you let all these things have influence on you, for example, your childhood traumas and all the things that happened, you are basically not changing. You cannot improve yourself if you accept all the things that happen in your life. That is why I believe that you don't need to go with the flow. You need to alter the situation you can alter. You need to write plans. You need to know where you're going. If you let the situation stay as they are, you're going to experience a lot of misfortune. 80% of our thoughts are negative. This is according to science. I didn't invent this. You can read this on Google. 80% of the thoughts are negative, and 95% of the thoughts we have are repetitive thoughts. This means we're stuck in a negative cycle every single day. And that is if you don't influence your life. Evolution made us this way. We didn't choose to be 80% negative. This is because in the past, we had a lot of situations that put our life in danger. We are living in the safest possible environment now. But in the past, predators used to attack us all the time. Tribes used to attack us all the time. We had to preserve our energy and be able to perceive the negative things first, so we can protect ourselves. In order to update our system, we need to write goals. We need to write plans. We need to give our brain direction, because otherwise your brain will perceive only the negative things first. We have outdated systems. I don't want this, and maybe you don't want this, But if you want to change, if you want to see the positive things in your life that happen, and believe me, there are many positive things that happen in your life, no matter how hard or tough your situation might be now, if you focus on those things, your life will improve. But you cannot do that if you go with the flow, champs. You must directly influence your situation in order to improve it. That is why I talk so much about writing your goals, writing your plans, having healthy habits like exercise, eating healthy food. All these things will improve your life to the next level, because we need to accept the reality that we are negative human beings. If you see a flower and a lion, you're not going to focus like this on the flower. You're going to see the lion first and probably run like a cheetah, because you need to protect yourself. This is basically it. If you're a positive person, like 100% positive, you're going to focus on the flower and the lion is going to eat you. That is why your brain is negative. Your brain wants to see all the dangers possible in order to protect you. Champs, going with the flow can destroy your life. And this is because you need to plan things up front if you want to improve your life. And going with the flow will not let you do that. You're going to accept your situation, and majority of people do this. They accept their situation and they're not trying to influence their situation to make it better. They're just accepting as they are. They drown in the comfort zone. They don't improve their life. They don't learn anything new any day of the year, and they're basically decreasing themselves as human beings. Even diamonds are created under pressure. You must put pressure on yourself to take some form of action and to create healthy habit. This way you're going to alter your situation. This way you're going to improve your situation. That is why I preach so much, again, as I said before, I preach so much about writing your goals. Even the video that you pop right above my head now, I talk about how to wake up easier. All these things are going to improve your life, but you need to take some form of action. You cannot be idle about your situation. You cannot go with the flow about your life, because this is your life. You need to take your life into your own two hands and improve it all the time, every single day. I'm really hardcore when it comes to self-improvement, inspiration, motivation. Even I take that hardcore into exercise, into running. I want to improve myself all the time. I'm not saying this is healthy all the time, and you shouldn't do this all the time like I do, but you should improve your life one baby step at a time. And this is the best way to improve your life. Start with baby steps and achieve the grand goal. Even creating a simple habit is not easy. For example, do you read every day? Many people don't read every day. Many people don't even read anything, but most people don't read every day. Basically, reading is a great habit. And even I have a hard time reading every single day. I want to read 20 plus pages every single day. That is my goal. And usually not usually, but 99% I achieve that. But 1% I don't. And it's okay if sometimes, some days you slack. But most days you have to force yourself. I also hate that we have these outdated systems. Believe me, I really do. Some days I hate myself for even for filming YouTube videos. And I know I love doing this, but some days I hate it. And that is how we are as human beings. We cannot change that. Just sometimes we have to force ourselves to do stuff, even if we love it. Most of the days you're not gonna love doing your job. Even if you love your job, you're not gonna love doing everything about your job. Maybe even there are some parts of the job you love that you hate doing, right? For example, I hate that I need to take off the camera, charge the camera, charge the microphone. I hate doing this stuff. I don't hate them, but I would rather not do them. But I still do them. They're part of the job. And this is with everything in life. Each and every single day, you're not going to enjoy your life. Your life is not perfect. My life is not perfect, but I'm trying and you're trying your best to improve your life. Basically, you're not going with the flow, because going with the flow is when things go bad. If there's one thing you can start to stop going with the flow, is to start writing your plans. I write 5 to 10 things every single day that I need to do. For example, the first thing today was filming this YouTube video. The second thing on my to-do list is to film Instagram videos. The third was exercise. The fourth was to read 20 plus pages. And the list goes on. But the bottom line is that I'm not going with the flow. I'm giving my brain directions. I don't want to live in my brain where my brain is 80% negative. I'm not gonna accept that. We need to do everything we can to improve our outdated systems. We need to do that by taking action and by knowing where we're going. Because if we don't know where we're going to get there. Champs, thank you so much for watching the entire video. If you like videos like this, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. This way you're going to help me spread these videos to even more people, so we can both help more people on YouTube. Whoa, almost forgot to tell you to watch this video next because you're gonna love it.